Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Dr. Glenn Vo, and I have the guy everyone's been waiting for, Vlad Kostovski from Nextiva. Vlad, what's up, man?
How are you, Glenn?
Oh, man, I'm doing awesome. I'm doing awesome. So here's the thing, man. So guys, there's so many members out there at Nifty Thrifty. You guys are reaching out to me. They're like, hey, Glenn, we need a phone solution, right? And I'm like, okay, well, we have some in Nifty Thrifty. And you guys kind of pushed me. You guys were like, well, we want something more. And I was like, okay, let me kind of search around. Let me see what I can do. And actually Vlad, he actually reached out. He was like, hey, look, I just want to be a resource. I just want to help people out. I'm part of a company that can definitely help a lot of members out. What can I do? And I said, all right, Vlad. Well, you just opened up a can of worms here, because now if you want to work with my group, we need a Nifty deal. And we started talking. And I got kind of excited. I was like, cool, you're giving an alternative for what we have right now for some members who, for some reason or another, they want to find someone else. So here you are. So let's do this, man. Let's jump right in, because there was one question that was already posted in the group. And I actually invited this person. Why don't you jump on the Facebook Live and ask yourself? And but just in case he is busy, he asked, Nextiva, what's Nextiva? Is there did you guys just start? How many people, how many customers do you actually have? So I think that this member really thought that Nextiva just kind of started last week and brand new. So Vlad, why don't you just talk about Nextiva, man?
So we are, first, thanks for the intro. I appreciate you working with me. I think this is the second time I reached out to you, and I'm glad we got good timing on it. So Nextiva is the 6th largest telecom company in the country. We're the largest privately held telecom company in the country. We've been around for 11 years. Customer count, we have over 100,000 business customers. I'm not sure how many lines that is. If someone wants specifics, I can't find out for you.
So you don't have like 10 customers. You get a little bit more than that.
Yeah, we have 100,000. We also have 8 points of presence. Which is really what makes us unique, right? So I sent you, I mean, every service provider is going to tell you, they're the best at this or that. And, we even have our own claims on our website. I'm a strategic partner manager there. So I work with everything from IT companies that resell to their customers to, people like yourself.
Yeah.
And from my perspective, there's really two big benefits of going with Nextiva. We have 8 points of presence. They run at about a 40% capacity. It would take apocalyptic type weather for it to really bring us down. I sent you Down Detector.
Yeah, you did.
Is the most primitive looking review site you have ever seen. It looks like it was built in 1999. The interface is just as bad, but what Down Detector is whatever service, it's not just telecom, but any service providers. If their service is down, you go on Down Detector and you submit it.
So that's downdetector.com, right?
Yeah.
And let's say, and you sent that to me. You're like, I said, all right, man, how many times have you guys been down? And you're like, okay, well, I'll send that. And I said, well, what about Ring Central? What about Vonage? I was like throwing out all these names.
Yeah. And
you sent it, and actually, I think that you guys trounced those guys.
But yeah, it's not even close. So Down Detector, it only has records since 2015. So and the way it works is regular customers report that there's an outage, and they have whatever algorithm, and they just say, hey, there's an outage. So if it's like one person, it's not really an outage. But if it's a group of people in an area or whatever their algorithm is, they report the outage. No companies advertise on there. So you know how on Yelp, you can advertise as a dentist? So it has kind of a conflicting relationship. They don't do that. Their only ads are Google ad space. So it's like whoever's just targeting you, that's the ads you're going to see. It's not the actual business.
The website, and I looked it up. Now, with that being said, you have to be a certain size to be ranked, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So these are all the big companies. Out of all the big boys, Nextiva does the best. And Vlad, I'm going to interrupt you for just a second. I'm going to put someone on here. And this doctor just says, I've been with Nextiva for 2+ years. I think it was down for 30 minutes one time. So I'm pretty happy with them. So that's a happy Nextiva user. And then we have Dr. Jordan Brower, who has the best hair in dentistry. He said hi. Hey, what's up, Jordan? Listen in. Ask some questions. You have some questions there. So let me put this. This is the website for Nextiva. You guys can go ahead and put that in a different window, but still keep listening here. You can check out what Nextiva. But if you have any questions for Vlad, he's on here to answer all those questions. So if you have any questions, just fire away in the comments and I will read it to him and he'll answer it. So let me go over something that you just brought up that I actually had to get you to explain to me. Like, you explained it perfect, so I understand. But for those who are listening right now, what does 8 points of service mean?
Means 8 towers. So if you have VoIP, let's say you live in Michigan.
Yeah.
And the company that you have VoIP with has a tower in, I don't know, Texas and Iowa, right? Okay. So let's say the tower in Texas is the one closest to you. So if you have a local patient calling you in Michigan, the way the data has to travel, it has to travel from Michigan to Texas back to Michigan.
Okay.
So besides the reliability, it's just the better call quality that the increased points provide, because the data doesn't have to travel as far, and they're operating at a 40% capacity.
So why is that important? Because that's another thing too. What you already explained, but explain to everyone. So Nextiva operates on a 40% capacity. What does that mean exactly?
What if we have to update two of our data centers? What happens if we have to shut them down? Are you not going to shut them down? Are you going to update them in the middle of the night? Well, what if people have calls in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
No. So really, there's really two reasons why you go with Nextiva: is reliability. And again, no one's perfect, right? So we're not perfect. We've dropped the ball before. But as far as third-party review goes, you're not going to get somebody that has better overall reliability and call quality. The other reason why you go with Nextiva is really simple. We're a private company. Our founders sold their last company for about $1 billion in profit. They don't take any money from Nextiva. They invest everything you have back, everything they make back into Nextiva. You even looked, I sent you a link with a bunch of, with the features of our enterprise line products. And you even mentioned that there's more features on there since you last left.
Yeah.
So I was brought on board to create strategic partnerships with their software suite, which is not really what we're talking about right now. But even on their software side, we get updates with new little micro features every 2 weeks. So it's a company that heavily reinvests in itself.
I love that.
We don't have to answer to board of directors, to stock owners, nothing like that.
So that's the one thing. When you sent me that list, and so there's and we'll talk about, there's 3 tiers, right? As far as pricing, there's which okay, I know there's enterprise, which is like the baller section. Okay, yeah. You got enterprise, then you got the plus is the second.
So there's pro plus, and then enterprise.
Okay, so there's enterprise, pro plus, and then enterprise.
Yeah.
Now, in all those, there's different features. We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about Nifty, Thrifty, and whatnot. But actually, we actually have a tech question. Can I put that tech question on for you, Vlad?
Okay. Yeah. You have more faith in my abilities to answer that than I do. But yeah, go ahead and put it on.
Well, here's the thing, guys.
If I can't answer it, I'll find out tomorrow.
He's about strategic partners. That's his. He sets up strategic partnerships like with groups like ours. But I'll just put this up, and Vlad, if you can answer it, you can get the tech guys to jump on. But so one of the current users says the only issue I have is with the app. Sometimes it'll ring along with the phone. Sometimes it doesn't. I talked to Nextiva, and it says depends on the internet on your phone. So even if I'm not logged onto a gigabit fiber phone app, it still doesn't ring all the time. So I think he's just saying that the app sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
So was that the app on his cell phone?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I know there's settings around it. There's a way to where you can have it, if you're on a call, it'll ring through the call. And there's also a setting for it not to ring. Really, my best advice is to call in support and have them configure the settings for whether you're on your internet or whether on your data. I do know it can differ when you switch between the two, just because of the way data travels through your phone. That's really the best answer I have.
So here's the thing, now that Vlad knows that question's out there, he can just talk to his tech guys and get back to you. That's the great thing.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, so Vlad's in this group now. If you guys have any questions about Nextiva or whatnot, I mean, he's here to take care of us, to answer any questions you may have. So speaking of questions, let's do this. Okay, I don't have the list in front of me. I wish I did. I might have to gotta search through it while we talk here. But let's talk about some of the features. What are some of the features that a dental practice would want to use with Nextiva? Obviously, you guys call forwarding.
No, call recording.
Call recording.
I mean, you want to use scheduling training? How are you gonna make your people better without call recording?
And how is there like a limit of how much recording you can do for the call recording?
No. So the way it works is there's two settings on it. You can have it set up to where it always record unless the user turns it off, and vice versa. You can have it always off unless the user turns it on. And we actually store it on our servers for you for 6 months. If you any time during that 6 months, you can download it onto your own external hard drive. If you do want us for some reason to store it longer than 6 months, there's a small fee. I'm not sure what it is, but the way we work, we just automatically delete it after the 6 month mark.
And then what I thought was pretty cool too is that you guys have a text messaging capability.
Yep. Yeah. So the Nextiva app, we have two-way SMS text messaging.
And then what about like what I was kind of diving in? This is something, and full disclosure, guys, full disclosure. I actually used to be a Nextiva customer. And then I switched to a different company. But when I used to be with Nextiva, they didn't have a lot of the stuff they have now. One of the coolest things, there's like a team communication portal. Talk to us about that. Like there's this other, it's not just a phone. That's the thing. That's the title of this Facebook Live. It's not just a phone. I mean, it's basically a communication tool that can communicate not just with your patients, but with your own team. So talk about that, Vlad, if you can, about the team like messaging or whatnot, that software.
Yeah, so it's team chat. It's really simple. It's self-explanatory. There's not a whole lot for me to go into, but the way it works is you can either chat one-on-one with your teammates. You can chat into groups with your teammates. Yeah, it's just a nice little feature that's included.
Yeah, so like let's say, for example, I'm in my office here and I just want to send a quick message to someone in my front desk. We can talk to each other on this platform. Mm-hmm. And depending on which, if you're an enterprise or Pro Plus or Pro, it's included. It just really depends on what tier you want.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right. So guys, let me put this back on here. If you have any questions, I want you to fire away. Ask Vlad any questions at all. Okay, so all right, let's talk about like the voice over IP, okay? Because there's a lot of confusion, not only with just you guys, but any other company, okay?
For sure.
A lot of people are like, well, my phone's like, the phones don't work that well and whatnot. Let's talk about the requirements. So if someone's listening right now, they want to jump in, they're like, okay, I'm sold. I want to get a phone with a Nextiva, phone service with Nextiva. What are some of the minimum requirements you would need to really effectively take advantage of what you guys have to offer?
0.1 megabytes per second of internet speed. So or per line too. So if your office, let's say you have, 6 lines, what Nextiva does is we'll actually secure 0.6 megabytes per second of bandwidth in your office to make sure that's available for phone calls.
Okay. And that's something that, whenever someone onboards, the tech side will make sure that is taken care of.
Yeah. It's automatic. That's just automatic as soon as you log on and go. It's not even on the tech side. What happens is you get an email and you start the onboarding process yourself. We finish it for you. But as soon as you're set up, it's just an automatic feature.
Okay, so look, I'm going to go into something that's really big, and I'll tell you what now, Vlad. Now that you guys are in Nifty Thrifty Dennis, we're about to announce a Nifty Thrifty deal. But now that you're in, you're going to have to understand something here. The great thing about this group is that you're going to meet a lot of doctors. You're going to be able to talk to them, message them. But here's the other side of the coin. The other side is if there's an issue, they want to be taken care of. They might message you. They might say, hey, I can't. So let's say when things do go bad, they need to talk to someone. Let's talk about the customer service.
Yeah.
If they call, are they going to be on hold for a long time? Are they going to be able to talk to someone? Talk about the whole customer service experience.
So if you look on it again, I hate touting just saying we have the best customer service. Just as like what salesperson doesn't say that, right?
Sure, yeah.
What I recommend you do is check out third-party review sites. Again, we're not perfect, but we're generally going to have the highest rating amongst our competitors regarding customer service, which is, the telecom, you can't ask for better than that. Now, as a strategic partner manager, I'm going to be working one-on-one with all of anybody that comes through Nifty Thrifty. So during the entire buying process, as well as the back end, the customer service process, is going to be handled through me. I'm not the technical person that's going to do it, but I'm your main point of contact. So if you need something technical, if it's outside of business hours, we have 24/7 customer support, so you would call that. But if it's during business hours, you just call me, or you can shoot me a message and say, hey, can you call me tomorrow at X whatever time. I'll also give all your anyone that buys through you my Calendly link. So what they can do is if they do need to schedule a call with me, they just click on that link. They can schedule a 15-minute time slot during any part of the day that I have available. And we go from there, which is, in my experience, the easiest way to communicate.
I love it. Okay, so look, I finally got that list up. I was searching for it while you were talking, and I was looking at the list of features. So you might know most of these features, you might not, but I want to kind of rattle them off, and I want you to explain what those are, because I think it's kind of a cool thing. So look, excellent phone service, text messaging capability, two-way texting, right? You just talked about that. Call recording, auto attendant. You can also do like different types of messaging and whatnot. I mean, these are the type of things that you can't get with a regular phone service. Someone was telling me, well, why don't we just do landlines, man? And it works really good. Well, here's the thing, man. Why don't you just have paper charts, right? Why did you upgrade to paperless? Right? Why did you do that? Because you want to get with the times. It's more efficient. The voice over IP phone system, it works. You just got to have like the right requirements, right? You can't go paperless and you don't have any computers, right? Or you can't go paperless and you have like really sorry computers, really slow computers, right? So that's really important there. So look, I'm going to pull this up. So we already know about all the phone stuff. So now I want to go up. So I'm just looking at the list, Vlad, and you just.
I feel like I'm going to get stumped.
Hey, you know what? I think Evan is on. So Evan, if I'm stumping him with these questions, type it in the comments. Evan, help us out, okay, buddy? Okay, so we're looking here. Okay, it said. Okay, so first of all, it says call pop. What is that?
Yeah, so call pop is actually a feature that we have. We have an internal CRM. It's probably not something that you're going to be using on a regular basis, but the way it works is we scan any incoming or outgoing phone call through every record within that CRM. And how it works is it just pops on your screen. You see all the records, you see your patient's name. What you could do, I have a couple dentists that do this. They do an import from their
can't they import their patient stuff into that?
Yeah, so you can import just your patient's name, phone number, address, and just basic information without any type of health records. So when they do call in, you know the person's name before you pick up the phone, before you start the conversation. So
can you have their picture too?
So that is
could you the call pop pops up like it's Mrs. Jones and you can see her face and you're like, oh, it's that Mrs. Jones. I don't want to talk to her right now.
So we have that. It just depends on the other CRM. That's not an internal feature with the person's picture.
Okay.
The picture is on our web chat product. So anyone that goes through Nifty Thrifty will have the option to use our website chat. And you are able to put an avatar. So your staff's pictures that's going to be chatting with people on your website so they see who they're speaking with.
Okay, so I'm going to go to I was kind of tricking you up a little bit of that stuff. I'm going to go away from it. We'll come back. Okay, I'm going to give you. Okay, so I'm reading here, Nextiva desktop app.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, obviously the mobile app we know is one I talk about, but the desktop app. What's so great about the desktop app?
It's a soft phone on your computer. It has all the features of a hard phone, plus some. You're able to do SMS texting two-way with that desktop app.
Oh, so let's say one of our team members is working on their schedule, and they have like a headset, and then they're like, okay, I'm just going to call this person real quick. They can just do it straight from their computer without the phone.
They can do that. If they can send them a text message, you're able to do team chat from the desktop phone.
Okay, and then we have here. Okay, well, this is something that people would really like: professionally recorded greetings. So you guys are recording the greeting.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have to go on Fiverr and hire someone to do it.
Well, you could. You get 150 words with us.
Oh, nice. Okay, so I'm looking up here. Okay, so this here, I'm gonna go back to the software stuff. Integrated wiki. So kind of like a Wikipedia for your business.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work? What is that exactly?
It's a source of truth for your business, right? So if you have, I don't know, a manual that you can upload on that wiki. So if one of your staff members wants to know a rule for how to handle a certain procedure, they can just look on the wiki instead of going through the actual manual.
Oh, wow. So that's something that you would host all their data on there. Mm-hmm. How much, I can't imagine anyone like having that much material, but like, is that like a gigabyte of like storage or something? Like how much you put on there?
You know what? I haven't had a customer hit the limit. I don't know, but I can ask.
Awesome. Okay, so then we said, okay, so we already know about the text messaging, and then it says instant messaging and team messaging. Is that like the kind of the team chat?
That's the team chat. Yep.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So this is really cool, guys. I'm gonna have to put these features into the comments later on so that you can look at it. But I'm looking at, okay, so this is something that's really important for all our members. Is they're thinking, okay, customer service. I need to talk to someone. What I notice here is that there is also like, not only you can call, you can do a chat as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that you can chat with someone while you're doing other things. And then it says here, wow, okay. Yeah, chat, offline chat. You can ask someone a question, and when they come back, they answer it later. Okay, yep. So there's Nifty Thrifty is really big. We have like members all across the country. So what time, can you guys accommodate people? Because you guys are in Arizona.
6 to 6.
What's up?
So we have 24/7 customer service.
Yeah.
Our Arizona office is open 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. For anything outside, we do have an office in Kiev that handles any type of customer service issues.
Wow. Okay. So pretty much 24/7 support.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So look, you are in the Nifty Thrifty group. Everybody is probably hanging around. They're wondering what the Nifty deal is. And so I'm going to put you on the spot, Vlad. I'm going to put you on the spot, man. Okay, so you know that there's going to be some members who are possibly moving from a different phone company, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they are using landlines and they're scared right now. They're scared. They're like, man, I see all this problems. I don't want to jump into it. And so I said, look, guys, we're gonna talk to Nextiva. We're gonna get like a sweet deal. And so what can you do for our group, Vlad? Nifty Thrifty Dennis.
So you get our enterprise package. It's $26 a month, 36-month contract, and that includes a hard phone.
Wow. Okay. Hold up. Let's say that again. Okay. So are you saying, is that one phone?
It's one phone per line.
One phone per line.
Okay. I know our pricing is a little bit different. So I believe there's some companies that will charge per phone and you can get as many lines as you want. I'm not 100% sure their pricing model, but the way our pricing model is, it's per line. And for each line, you get a phone.
Okay. So let's say Dr. Jones wants 4 lines and he wants to get 4 lines. Does that mean that he signs up for each line is $30? And does that mean he gets a phone with it?
So each line will be $26. That includes a phone. What was I going to say?
So basically, they're leasing the phone for like $4.
Correct.
So
it's not 30. It's 26 plus whatever local taxes and fees are.
Okay, so it ends up being about 30, and so you get the phone. So because that's the thing. A lot of doctors they might be worried. They're thinking, okay, man, I just bought a bunch of phones, man, and I mean, I really want to switch, and like, what am I supposed to do? But basically, if you sign up with Nextiva and you get a line, they're gonna get you the phone for $30 per line. Basically, that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And not only that, okay, we talked about 3 levels of, I guess, 3 pricing tiers. There's the Pro, right? The Pro Plus, and the Baller one, the Enterprise. And Vlad just says it's for the Baller one. So
yeah, the Enterprise.
So I'm going to put that in the comments later about what it is. So basically, everything we just talked about, the little integrated wiki, the what else? The team messaging, all those things, it's included. Whether you want to use it or not. If you want to use their call pop, if you're using call pop with another company, hey, good for you. If you don't even have call pop, you might as well use theirs. It's free. All you gotta do is upload your stuff, and you get like this cool caller ID that pops up. That's all included. So okay, let's do that one more time. So the Nifty deal is, Vlad, you said the Enterprise package, right? But man, I'm looking at the list right now. I mean, there's so much stuff, and honestly, guys, like I don't know what half of those things mean. So you're gonna have to ask Vlad and Evan. I have no idea. I'm looking at it. I'm like, one of it says there's gonna be like what is this, like analytics? Like, I don't know what that means, but
so the analytics are my favorite part.
Okay, can you explain what that is? Because I have no idea what that means, but I just know that it's
data. It's information, right?
Guys, it's like free too, okay? Like it's added in the Nifty deal. But explain what the analytics is.
So I mean, analytics and data, that is the best byproduct of any service that you ever buy should offer. It gives you the information you need to make decisions for your dental practice. You're able to see how many incoming or outgoing calls you have in a day, inbound, outbound talk time, who's the one that did it based on their sign in. So who's the one with the talk time.
Wait. Hold up. You're saying that if one of my front desk answers it, right, I can actually track based on her sign in, like if she's spending like way too much time on the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's some pretty good data.
Yeah.
Wow. And I can actually record the calls.
Yep.
So I can tie all those things together.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. What about like the most popular times of the day when people call?
Exactly. So you'll see charts of, have you missed a call? We'll show you when you miss calls or when you're more prone to miss calls. You'll be able to see what's your most active times of the day, what's your least busy times of the day, so you know how to maybe segregate
appropriately, right?
Breaks.
Yeah, so you can staff appropriately. Like, say for example, if you get a ton of calls during lunchtime or something, right?
Yep.
Then you want to take a later lunch or whatnot, or you'll know like it's not really busy then this time, so I can kind of be a little lighter. So all those analytics are included in the Enterprise. Yeah,
you'll see who missed calls, when they missed calls. Maybe it was nobody that missed the call. Maybe you get a call during a certain time of day where nobody's operating. So hey, should I forward these calls? Is it worth it? But at the end of the day, it's raw data and information that gives you the ability to make decisions for your practice.
And this is kind of tie into a little bit of that, but I see that there's an option here during the analyze your business, user and team performance. Is that kind of tie into that as well?
That's exactly what it is. So you're able to see it from a team standpoint as well as an individual user. So maybe I want to see anybody that works in the front desk. Maybe that's one department in my analytics, and I just want to see what their talk time is and what their call statistics are. Maybe I want to see the whole practice. Maybe I want to see my practice manager. whatever it is, you're able to see it and you'll have full transparency on that.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's do this one more time. All right. So we have a bunch of people now jumping on. Okay. They're slide to this. You know, they're like, okay, we know that Glenn talks about a bunch of stuff. And we know that 30 minutes in, he announces the Nifty deals, and now I see a whole bunch of people. It's like eBay, you know, like people will like slide in the last 2 minutes to steal a thing. So it's cool, guys. All right, we're talking about the Nifty deal here, okay? So the Nifty deal is, Vlad, let's go over it one more time. What's the Nifty deal?
It is enterprise line, and that includes a hard phone. It's $26 per month for a 36-month contract, plus whatever local taxes and fees you have. And with the phones, there's a $15, I think it's $15 one-time shipping cost. And that's it.
And you get everything in enterprise. And okay, Vlad, is the enterprise, I mean, that's the top of the line, right?
It's right behind a call center.
Okay, it's right behind a call center, guys. And if you're that big of a practice that you need call center, then
we got that too.
Then talk about
a call center. We can talk about that too.
But for the rest of us, you know, the enterprise is one level. It's basically the baller level. Okay, It has all these things he talked about: the analytics, all right, the team messaging, right, the integrated wiki where you can put your manual, all that cool stuff. You got the call pop, right? You got of course, the voice over IP with everything that goes with it, which is the voice recording, the auto attendant. Hey, if you want a professional greeting, no longer do you have to go to Fiverr and pay someone, I don't know, whatever, to record it for you. They actually will do it for you up to 150 words. Okay, Don't take too much advantage of it. All those things, and it's for that Nifty Thrifty deal. Now they do things a little bit different. So if you're a little confused, just reach out to Vlad. They do it by lines. Okay, so some companies do it by phones, but they do it by lines. So you get a line, it ends up being about $30. And then you get the phone with it. Okay, it's all added in there. Okay, and it's like a 36-month contract. But like I said, if you're coming in and you know you're like, okay, I don't want to spend any more money on phones. This is a sweet Nifty Thrifty deal for you guys. So we have. Oh, okay. Well, someone just asked the question: how long you guys have been around?
11 years.
And you know what? Evan's on top of it. He already sniped that. He already answered that. We do have another question. Evan, if you can answer that question there that you see pop up, because I don't even know what that means, and Vlad probably doesn't either. He's asking about private equity. We don't know. But anyways, look at that. But Vlad, here's the thing, man. You guys not only work with dentists, I mean, you guys work with like a lot of industries, right? Industries where where phone is essential to them, right?
Hospitals, Australian Defense Department, government entities,
hotels.
Yeah.
I mean, people are, you call a hotel and you can't get someone on the phone. They're gone. They're going to stay at a different hotel. So there's other businesses, and you guys work with dentists.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. So before we jump off here, guys, the Nifty Thrifty deal is this, okay? There's 3 levels of service in Nextiva. We get Nifty Thrifty, we get the baller level, okay? The enterprise level. I'm going to put in the comment section what that all comes with, okay? Okay, someone's asking about HIPAA compliant with fax. I think Evan already answered it, but I'll answer it for you because I saw it. Yes, they are. Okay.
No. Not fax.
Not fax.
Our VFax is not HIPAA compliant.
Hold on. What did you say, Evan? The phone service is HIPAA compliant. Okay. So the fax is not. Sorry about that. Thanks for tripping me up. All right. Okay. Well, we'll do that. We'll ask more questions. We'll answer as they come in. Okay. So Nifty Thrifty deal. You get the enterprise level. You get the phone with it per line. Okay. So that ends up being, it's $26, and then there's other fees, and depending on where you are in the States, right? Everyone has their own fees.
So if you ever signed up for, let's say your cell phone, when you first sign up, it's $60 a month, but when you get your bill, it's, a ridiculous rate more than that. We will give you your quote before you sign up, so you know exactly how much it is prior.
Okay. I love it. Yeah. So you get all that for Nifty Thrifty price, ends up being about $30 a line. So if you want that deal, you got to reach out to Nextiva. And here's the thing. Okay, so Vlad, so they're watching right now. They're like, okay, someone just asked this. This is interesting. Maybe you can answer this.
So you can have additional phones. Each additional phone is $4 per phone.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So hopefully that answered your question. Okay, so if they want to get this deal, how do they do it?
Do you have my Calendly link?
There we go. We can put that in there.
Put that in there. You have all my availability. Schedule a 15-minute call. We'll talk a little bit about your needs and what you're looking for. I'll shoot you a quote. If you need time to think about it, you can start you right there. If you'd like, we can start the porting process. You can drop me a message. Really the easiest way to get a response and to get my undivided attention would be that Calendly link.
Okay, so look, we're going to put that in. Vlad's going to put that in if you guys want to talk to him about Nextiva. But also, I'm going to tag him. I'm tagged him in this post too. So you can message him too. You can message him. You can get a calendar link. You can email him. You can call him, whatever you want to do. Okay. Well, are you ready for a hard question here, Vlad?
Maybe.
Okay, here we go. And Evan, you can jump in too. What's your failover solution? I guess backup solution. That's where another service provider struggled.
So our failover solution is our 8 points of presence. I get you might have missed it. What makes Nextiva unique? We have 8 points of presence that run at 40% capacity. So if one of them goes down, the other 7 or 2 of them go down, the other 6 could easily pick up the slack.
There you go. Hopefully that answers your question.
Now it's internet based. So if let's say your internet goes down, you can always activate your mobile phone and just use your data while your internet's down, and that way you can improvise and you still have phone service.
Okay, and is that something that you guys can help walk someone through?
For sure. That's automatic. So what happens is as soon as the internet's down, you just unlock your phone and calls will be routed to your to the Nextiva app on your phone.
Okay, and then I have a question here. I was just kind of chuckling because we had talked about this in a different Facebook. Do you have a Midwest cluster? I think what they're asking is, do you have any towers in the Midwest?
That's a great question, my friend. And I'm going to check that right now. Nextiva points of presence. I don't have it off the top of my head.
Hey,
but
Evan, if you're watching right now, what kind of coverage do you have in the Midwest? If you can answer that doctor's question. Evan also works with Nextiva as well. These guys, they were ready to go, man. Vlad was on here. Evan's behind the scenes reading all the questions, trying to answer everyone's questions. And guys, if you have any more questions and you didn't get a chance to ask them, go ahead and type in the comments. They're going to be on there. They're going to answer your questions. But here's the easiest way. There's a Calendly link for Vlad. It's already posted in there by Evan. Click on that. That's the best way to sign up, to get this Nifty Thrifty deal, to do a demo, to talk to them, answer your questions. Also, I'm going to tag Vlad as well. He's in the group now. Just message him, reach out to him, and he's happy to talk about that. But guys, that's the Nifty Thrifty deal. Like I said, if you have any questions, reach out to them. And Vlad, anything you want to add before we jump off here?
Yeah, so I have a link to our website where it shows you the points of presence.
Oh, okay, cool.
We do have, looks like we have one somewhere in the Midwest around Michigan, one in Texas, 2 in Arizona. I'll shoot that link over to you. All you have to do is scroll down towards maybe like the bottom 2/3 of the page, and it has just a little map of the U.S. with where our points of presence are.
Okay, well, there you go. We'll put that in there. And also I'm going to put all the bundle plans and pricing, but just understand this, the Nifty Thrifty deal is for the enterprise plan.
Yep.
It's the baller plan, okay? Not the weak stuff. All that weak stuff. That we don't accept that weak stuff in here. Only good stuff here. But Vlad, awesome, man. Any last things before we jump off, man? Anything last words here?
No. You know what? Thanks for this chat. Looking forward to speaking to anyone that's interested in Nextiva, and we'll go from there.
Awesome. All right, guys. So he's going to answer any other questions. You can put all his links in there. And like I said, just message the guy. He loves what he does. You know, he was talking to me the other day, just talking about Nextiva, and man, I'll tell you what, he was so passionate about it. And so just reach out to them, ask them. They're here. They want to help. They want to work with you guys. So Vlad, thank you so much. And Evan, thank you so much for jumping on too, man.